Welcome back to hour number 2 of the West Marches. Our friends just made a killing selling a shit ton of stuff. Well, actually, selling a small amount of stuff to a very eager merchant who was swayed by a voice from the heavens. What are you guys going to do now?
Head to the south. We need to go
Okay.
to. Oh, wait. No. We don't want to go yet because we don't really know. That's a huge region you mentioned. So
Hmm.
we need to find out like where within this region is all this shit we need to find.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Kellen, we
if
should
we
totally hit up Frelka.
if we could ask around for like possibly cartographer, map maker,
Hmm.
like around
Yeah,
here,
yeah, yeah,
and yeah.
absolutely. There's definitely a cartographer in town.
Okay.
hmm We can ask this merchant too, right? He said he's been there before, or it seems like he may have.
I think he probably doesn't do trade with the Chayminster dwarves. It's too far out of his way. He does
Okay.
trade. He does trade within civilization.
I meant to the tower place, I guess, or that settlement.
Yeah, that's down in Chayminster, so it's still 10 days to the southeast.
Okay.
10 days.
Yeah, I can actually tell you what you all know of Chayminster ruins already.
Mhm.
Here it is from the journal of Drogovit Veriskowski. The stunted, small-eyed dwarves that still reside in the ruins of old Chayminster are an unwelcoming lot, charging exorbitant fees for lodging. I would not have consented to their highway robbery, but for my boy's insistence that the evening's long shadows were beginning to move in a most unsettling fashion. We were restricted to the upper quarters of the Chayminster hold, though long into the night we heard the groanings and hammerings of the work far below us. Our assigned guard, Bodrick Postlethwaite, was taciturn, but courteous. We departed for the librarium in the morning, though I couldn't help but ignore Bodrick's directions. What world traveler could pass through Chayminster without even so much as a glimpse of the fabled bone organ? The sight of the great crevasse stood on end the hairs on the back of my neck. Though its music was silent, I could have sworn as I turned back to see movement among the detritus of its floor. The dwarves refused to speak of the area, but I feel certain something yet lives in that forsaken place.
It is a slow and insidious killer. Um, okay, that was my name in that. That's cool. There's another Bardrick out there. Nice.
Bodrick.
Oh, Bodrick. Oh, yeah. I'm better. I'm better. Okay, so we know it's 10 days to the south, southwest. It's ruins within the region of Chayminster.
So they said I've been there before. Remind me again what happened there, because it's been a long time.
Did you, or were you part of the party that went to go look at the bone organ? Were you the group that was trying to scout that?
No, I wasn't.
Or were you the group that went down into the Chayminster hold with the dwarves and they were really racist to Shiabaz and you fought some weird freaky creatures down in the mines?
Yes, that's it. That's where I got the Aranadya.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
was it
So I
Aranadya?
have been there. Yeah, the bow.
I think Aranaja you might have gotten from another dungeon.
Yeah,
There
I
was-
was with you.
that
That
with
was
that.
we
from
fought-
that was no, you got Aranaja from the Basilisk dungeon where
Right, okay.
Gallahan found the black dragon egg.
And that's where I was, because that's where I got the shard.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so
Mark,
you've
been
been
on quite the adventures, but I'm glad you know where it is.
yeah.
Apparently I do. It's just so few and far between that I forget like what exact places are.
Yep, totally. Yeah, no, Chayminster was the one with the racist dwarves.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I do remember that part.
Yep, that was a good part.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else do you guys want to figure out?
Figure out. I suggest that we
should
stock up.
probably- We need to know if there's any like, is there going to be any serious bad shit on our way to this place? Like, if you've been there, Kellen, then maybe do you remember any like, I don't know, any other encampments or settlements, bad people people we
You
need
know,
to
it doesn't really matter much. If Kellen's been there in the past without me, and now he's going again there with me, it should be a piece of cake.
Yes.
like your style.
I can't
have,
help but hide my laughter. Or I can't hide it.
I have a horse stabled. Lady is stabled here in town. Do anybody else have horses? Of course, Bardrick, you can ride with me.
Yeah, that's happening.
Nice. A horse would give you, it would double your speed.
Well, I
Sounds
mean,
good.
we're
I'll
rolling
make sure
in
to
it
get
now.
one.
We should totally just buy a horse or rent one.
Generally, horses are 75 gold pieces to buy.
Psh, chump change.
How much to rent?
I think it's like 10 gold a day.
How much
you
to
might as well
feed?
buy one.
Okay, we'll buy a horse.
What was your question, Caitlin?
Oh, how much to thieve?
Oh, yes. Well, funny you should ask that. Thieving is generally free.
Wow, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to go steal a horse, you can definitely do that.
Are the stables spread out?
I think no. I think there's one major stable down in the south end of Virascali. Let's see if
Can
I
I
can see
conceal a
exactly
horse anywhere? Can I like put a
like on
blanket
your
on it
body.
during the day? No, like where do I keep it before we leave?
Is there someone? Go.
I don't think you can conceal a horse anywhere. No.
Is there someone in Virascali known for being able to identify items?
What do you need identified? You need that potion, that vial.
Now I'm curious.
Nobody in Virascali has the knowledge necessary to identify that.
Okay.
Like most magical items, you can identify yourself just by taking an hour's rest and experimenting with it. Like you guys all knew what the scroll was. You guys all knew what those fire-breathing potions were. But the vial of apple juice is something that you guys have never seen before.
Mm.
Can we have a cooler name for it at least?
Yeah, it's a potion of resurrection. That's
Yeah,
what
the potion of resurrection is something
I'm
that you guys
definite
have never
for
seen.
sure. 100% resurrection.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that this thing is far too valuable for me to use in such a way.
You would need to find someone you'd need to find someone who has extreme knowledge of rare and powerful artifacts.
And then not sell it because it's for Juliet.
Exactly.
It's our plan B.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So what's the plan? You guys are wanting to find
We're
out
done.
more information about Chainminster, or you're ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. You were going to buy the horses? You need to buy 2, so it's 150 gold for 2 horses.
Do you guys have gold?
Yeah,
I think
it's about time that
Frecky's the poorest one right now.
I'm going to put it this way. Either you guys can buy me a horse, or I'm going to jump onto this horse beside Lady and walk out of here with it. And then whatever happens.
Nope, it's okay. I'll pay for it. That's okay.
Nice. Okay, so Bardrick, you pay 75, and Trump, you pay 75.
Yep.
Or Donald, you pay 75. And yeah, the woman at the Hungry Horse stables, she hands over 2 fine horses. Let's see, horse colors. Real horse colors. Let's find out. Yeah, so we've got like chestnut horses, bay horses, mahogany horses, palomino horses. You guys can feel free to choose whatever color you prefer.
I want a Palomino one for the contrast. Like
Nice.
super dark, scary Frecky on like a really pretty orange, yellow cream.
Yeah, it's got flowing white hair from its mane and its tail. And you're
I'm
just
looking
sitting there
for
like,
the usual noble one, which would be as white a horse as possible.
yeah, I think there's a gray horse that looks almost pure white. It's got some gray markings on its eyes. It almost looks like tear lines down its face. It's a
Fantastic.
strong and silent horse. It looks like it has a wise look in its eyes.
I'll take
You know,
that.
no horses are actually white.
Really?
Yeah,
I did
they
not
all
know
have black skin and they turn white over time, but they still have, they're like born black.
Interesting. Donald, what are you going to name your horse?
I'll think about it on my way there.
All right. And Frecky?
Mine's name's Steven, like from the roleplay charity thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do remember that. Yes. So you're astride Steven, and Kellen, what's your horse's name?
Lady.
Lady, and you're astride Lady. So this
And
is
that was all
totally
from,
not a sex joke.
I'm on that one.
yeah, it was all from someone saying like I rode up on my lady. Like
Yes,
someone saying that was my girlfriend or something, like you rode up on my lady. I was like, perfect. My horse is
Lady
named
it
Lady.
is. Yeah.
Yep.
Ideal. All right, so you guys set off.
Good.
So there is a road leading west out of Virascali. Let's see, I'm going to pull you guys over to the Frelka's table map. It's been a long time since we've seen this one. Here we are. So there's a road that heads west out of Virascali, and that road goes all the way to Cheyminster. It passes through a forest next to a lake, a couple of days out to the west. And then there's a shorter way, as the crow flies, would be to head directly south into a forest, probably 3 days south, and then 3 or 4 days southwest. So that would be a quicker trip, but the road would be an easier route to follow. So how are you guys going to go? Who's leading the group?
Probably us, right, Kellen?
Yeah, I'll lead it, and and I'll explain that what you just said to everybody, and say with a group of more than just myself, I suggest that we stick to the road. It might take a bit longer, but it'll definitely be safer, especially carrying around, valuables that we have right now.
Now, it comes to mind, Kellen, that roads are generally more traveled, and it's possible that the road is actually more dangerous for thievery.
Oh.
Monsters have no use for gold, Callan.
It's obviously not guaranteed. Like, generally
Right.
traveling along the roads is fairly safe. You guys haven't run into it. Well, there have been bandit activity in the
know.
in the Central Island Plains before. But yeah,
Kellen, I have to agree with the man, cat, woman, demon thing. Maybe we should just skirt the road.
What about you,
I look
Donald?
at-
What do you say? You seem the wisest among us.
Well, it's the monsters which are dangerous. Humans, we can take them. And
When
if they're
Bardrick-
bandits, then it would be good for the area for us to clear them as well.
When Bardrick says that to me, I want to look at her with like kind of an air of appreciation, like finally someone gets it. Like thank you.
very nice. All right, Kellen. So you're setting out on the road.
Yeah,
Let's
I think that Donald has a very good point, and I think that's the way we should go. I'd much rather, because I know what humans are like, but we might encounter something that we're not prepared for, or the like. So
Yeah.
I think the road would be the best choice.
All right, cool. So
Oh, right before I leave, I will, if it's readily available, I will buy 1 potion of healing.
okay, yeah, it's 50 gold pieces for a potion of healing.
Okay.
Great.
Me too.
Yep, you guys can go visit
I'll do
Ellis
the
Salt. She's overjoyed to see Kellen. She asks you what you're up to, Kellen.
Well, I don't know if you've met my friends here. This is Donald.
Hello, Donald. Your clothes are
Please.
very nice.
Thank you, and I've come here very often to frequent your excellent wares.
Oh, well, yes. And Bardrick, yes, I think is your friend. You've
Yes.
mentioned her many times. Hi, Bardrick.
Yes.
How's it going?
Oh,
And I don't know if have you met Poe? Or
Poe.
Frecky, excuse me, Frecky, excuse me. Sorry, I'm looking at the thing.
Poe's my wizard toy pet.
Right.
Oh.
My little wizard boy.
Oh, you
I
have
don't know that. Yeah.
You have a little
He's
wizard
actually
boy.
a sorcerer, but I call him a wizard.
Ah, I don't know what the difference is between those two things. Hello, it's nice to meet you, Frecky. She sort of smiles, but she doesn't reach out her hand or anything.
Okay, I just go like this then.
Yeah, nice. Cool. All right, yeah, you buy your potions and head on the way. She sends you on the road, Kellen, with a big sloppy kiss.
Well, please, in front of my friends.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah, I'll attempt to bring something back for you from my journey.
Come back alone later.
I will. I will.
Nice. So you're setting off about noon on this day. Kellen, do you see the travel rules that I've just popped up for everybody?
Yes, I do. Yep.
So you can travel by stealth, by survival, or by athletics, and this dominates the next 3 days of your traveling strategy. So which would you like to choose?
Survival.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So roll a survival test.
Okay. Just the survival skill.
Yes.
Gotcha.
19 gets you 3 travel actions for the next 3 days. So for the survival skill, you can spend 1 travel action to hunt and find food for your party for the day, to find direction and avoid becoming lost, to make camp and locate a secure campsite. And because you're traveling via survival, as a bonus action, you can just waste a day foraging to get food for yourself for today and tomorrow. Okay, so let's see. Not quite right yet. Is this the one?
On our way out, I make a comment. Kellen, I didn't know you were quite the player.
There we go.
I wouldn't say that. I got lucky when she didn't rebuff my advances. Can we talk about something else? I'm not comfortable. I mean, yes.
Kellen's not a player. No, he's a Casanova.
Well, that's going overboard again. You're over exaggerating my prowess.
No, don't be modest. Come on. You know. You got rid of the ugly shirt, the stupid hair. Now you're good. You good.
Well, I didn't think my hair was stupid before, but yeah. Okay.
It's better now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I raised an eyebrow and I asked what it was like before.
Oh, it's just wild and overgrown. I hadn't seen a town almost ever.
No, I meant like when you had it all powdered and you look like a woman.
Oh, that looked good.
No, bro, it didn't. It really didn't.
When I had my nice clothes on and I had my
You
hair
look
all
like you
done.
you look like you lost a bet.
Why, I assure you, I
actually-
did not.
I came back from my tour. I thought that you lost a bet with, like those other people you were hanging out with at the time. Galahad or something. He seems like the betting
Well,
type.
at least I didn't lose a bet with the gods for how tall I became, like you did.
Damn.
Wow. Is that how it is?
Was
is that
that-
how it is? Is that how it is?
I'm sorry.
All right. No.
You started
Remember that.
this.
I remember
You-
that.
Are you just like riding? Oh no, you're riding on Kellen's horse. Nice. Yeah, good. You just like turn around backwards in the saddle.
Yeah.
And
I'm just like back to you. I'm just like, whatever, bitch.
Very nice. All right, so let's see. You're traveling through the Central Ellen Plains along this road, the Western Road. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. So the rest of today goes uneventfully, and by the time dusk settles in, you're now leaving the central Ellen Plains. You've passed through a hillier section of the region. Off to your right, you see the mountains of the Udridge Mountain North Fork stretching up into the sky, clawing the heavens. You've been seeing the forest on the edge of your vision to the north of you for quite some time, but now that the sun is setting, it's very challenging to make it out. You're heading for a pass between the Udridge Mountains. It's time to make camp. Kellen, you actually have two survival actions, not 3, because you rolled a 10, not a 19. So great. Right. So would you like to find a secure campsite or hunt for food for today, or?
You said I could do 2 of these or not?
You have 2 actions to spend. You can do 2 of them on one day or one on separate days, but you've got these 2 travel actions for the next 3 days.
I guess I'm a little, meaning like I can only spend 2 in toto, like for everything.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not. I don't get 2 points every day.
Correct.
Okay. We'll do the. I'll locate. Let's see here. And the forage takes a whole day.
Yeah, that's like the special thing you can just spend time doing, but it gets you food for today and tomorrow. So
right. I'm assuming everybody stocked up because that's kind of why we went to town. Mm-hmm. Everybody like stocked up on their rations and whatnot.
We're not poor enough to need to hunt. Don't worry about it.
It's 1 gold for 2 rations.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the hunt. The find food for your party.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So nobody needs to spend rations for tonight. Kellen, you head off into the wilderness. How does your hunting go? Tell us how it happens.
It goes well. I see a couple of rabbits. I kind of let them go. And then I want to say like a smaller game animal. Like I don't know like what's exactly in this area, like what's indigenous to this area, but like
maybe some pheasants or something.
There you go. Something a little more tasty than rabbit.
Nice.
Yeah. Shoot down a couple of pheasants and bring them back on a string. Whatever.
Cool. Very nice. All right.
Fantastic. One of my favorite foods, Kellen.
So you guys set up camp. I'm assuming you establish watches. What's the order for that going to be? Who's taking first watch?
I'll go first.
1. Who's second?
I curl up by the fire while they're discussing this and fastly fall asleep.
Nice. Are you waking up early, Frecky?
Who knows?
Kellen, are you second watch?
I'll take the watch right before morning.
Okay.
Like the last watch. Last watch, yeah.
I can double duty if need be.
I think you're going to take a Constitution check to see if you really recuperate taking double duty on watches.
Oh, I see.
But you could leave a portion of the night unwatched. That would be fine.
So usually you would need just 2 watches. Is that right?
Yes. There's 4 watches in a night. No, sorry. There are 4 watches in a night.
Oh, 4.
Yes.
What a shame.
We've filled watch 1 and 4. We need to fill watch 2 and 3. So, Donald, 2 or 3 or none?
I'll take 2.
Okay.
Frecky, you'll take 3, right? I mumble as I was about to go to sleep, but then I remembered I needed to do stuff.
You can just
try and wake me up when you need me.
Okay. I mumble basically to you before you fall asleep. You'll take watch 3, right?
Oh no, I'm asleep.
Nice.
I'll shake you awake.
She snores.
Shake, 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 shake.
Just like move my head further down, block off my ears.
Yep.
Watch 3, right, Frecky? Watch 3.
The night falls around you and you all drift off to sleep. Bardrick taking the first watch. Now, remember, of course, that for every long rest, there's an opportunity for some of you to gain inspiration. So once during each long rest, any character may frame a scene that shows the audience more about them. This scene can involve other players or non-player characters, or it can be a solo vignette, just you alone. It can be something that's a flashback, or it can be something that's happening right now. And the character who frames the scene gains inspiration. At any point during the scene, other players can ask that character's player questions for more information about the scene. And the framing player, the player who's framing the scene, can give inspiration to one player who asks a question. So does anybody want to have a scene for themselves to show us a little bit more about their character? I remember Bardrick had some trouble with her father. Frecky, of course, is very strange, and we don't know a lot about them right now, so it might be interesting to see more. Donald, since you're a noble and you're adventuring off in the wilderness, maybe there's something to figure out about what caused you to leave your life of luxury.
Yes, can you remind me, this area that we're in, is it central to the world, or are there a lot of land? Is there a lot of cities to every direction?
It is not central to the world. It's far on the western edge of civilization. Civilization is all further to the east.
Okay.
I actually wouldn't mind having a thing, but it's going to take a little bit of prep work, so it might not be ready right now.
Okay. Well, we'll do all the rolls.
Another rest, then
Let's do all the rolls and figure out what's going on with this evening, and then maybe by the morning time you'll have some more information for us, or you can just do it tomorrow night. So,
I could do one, but it's only one per night, right? One person's?
Yep, it's one per night. But you're going to have a number of nights before you even get to Chainminster.
Okay.
So let's see. Kellen, I need you to roll 1d100.
No.
No, just no.
I'll do it.
Okay. All right. So.
I like that. Nice middle of the ground roll.
Okay. Cool. So Bardrick, your watch passes uneventfully.
Sweet.
You go wake up Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Donald.
I wake up and just take
Come
watch.
on, it's your turn.
Yeah.
And as soon as it's my, like, as soon as you're doing your thing, I just go and I kind of like curl up into this tiny little ball. I look like a cat, like right at the Kellen's feet.
Nice. Okay, Donald, make a perception test for me, please.
All right.
Okay, yeah. It's quite dark. The clouds have covered the moon. The moon is mostly full now. It hangs low in the sky, and it's this big opalescent pearl. And yeah, you see as the clouds move in from the north, and strands of cloud claw their way across the moon, dimming the light around you. The fire has burned down low, and then the moon finally is fully occluded. Your watch passes uneventfully. Frecky, do you actually wake up when he tries to wake you for watch number 3?
Does he shake me?
Yes.
Donald, do you try to wake her up? Yeah.
I do.
He's doing all the things that would be necessary to wake you up.
Okay, I guess I roll over. When I first open my eyes, they're completely pitch black, and you wonder where my iris has gone. But then, all of a sudden, the green is back, and my claws are being extended. But when I look up and I see it's just Donald, I retract them, and I smile at him. And then I stand on all fours, kind of like a cat if they were hunched over, you know?
Yeah, like arching your back, basically.
Yeah, and then I sit down and I just look around.
Nice small back. Nice to see this side of you as I go to sleep.
I also, when he goes back to sleep, I kind of curl myself in his blue cape.
Okay, nice. Cool. Give me a perception test, Frecky.
Sure thing. Did that go through?
No, there it is. Okay, 5. Yeah, no, again, it's quite dark and you can't really see anything, so yes.
But I have dark vision.
Out to 60 feet. Yeah, the night passes uneventfully for you, Frecky, and Kellen wakes up. Kellen, give me a perception test as well.
You bet. Wow,
24.
I know. I see everything or hear everything.
Yeah. The clouds part again from the moon. And actually, as Kellen sits in front of the fire and stares into it, our camera flies far to the north, zooms in on a rickety hut ringed by an old fence with 2 rooster heads outside. We zoom in on a window on the 2nd story of the hut, and we're looking in on a room with books stacked on top of each other. The center of the room has been cleared. It looks like furniture's been pushed over to the sides. There's a woman sitting in the center of the room, and she's rocking back and forth and humming to herself. And she's chanting in some foreign tongue that doesn't sound quite language-like to our ears. She has scrawled on the ground in chalk a large sigil, and in the center of the sigil, there's a chicken egg, and it's rocking back and forth as she's rocking herself and humming to herself. And then the light of the moon shines through the clouds as they part and shines directly on the window into the room, filtering through the floating motes of dust in the air. And it strikes the egg, and she freezes, and the egg cracks. And we hear from the outside of the house a cackle and a howl of glee. Dawn comes early with rosy fingers. The night has passed.
Okay, before the night passes,
Yes?
if it's all right, this is where the inspiration thing comes in.
Totally.
Okay. Before the night passes. Now, I'm not seeing this, am I?
No, this is kind of like an out of character sort of
Gotcha.
out of sequence flashback or like a cut sort of thing.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
while you're on watch, I'm just kind of like when you woke up, I was in a little ball by your feet. And while you're on watch, you kind of see me shifting around, and I'm like whimpering in my sleep.
I kind of like, since I'm just sitting up, I just kind of sit up and kind of, Audric.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're fine. You were having a nightmare, I think.
Yeah. It's I'm good. I'm good.
What's happening? What's going on? Are you okay?
Look, you're like the best and truest of friends, you know? But even so, I know we don't really like talk unless I'm telling you how stupid your clothes look. I just had a dream again. It happens a lot, and I just don't ever tell you. But like, I was coming back from tour again, and when I was heading back to Virascali, when we met up, I went and saw my dad. I didn't tell anybody, but it's no good. He didn't like the tour. He didn't like any of the fame I tried to get. He didn't seem to care about anything still. It's like no matter how hard I try to get his attention, no matter what I do, no matter how many bitches I got, no matter how much money, no matter how much anything, it's just never enough. And it's hard, that's all. It's just hard. There's another thing I've never told you about. So... You know how
hold on, Shannon, hold on 1 second. You're not seeing what's going on here.
What?
Are you seeing like what's the camera's freaking out?
Holy
I
shit.
look awesome still, as usual.
That's amazing.
I know. Just steady like a rock.
Everything is okay.
Yeah. I want to hear more about what's going on with Bardrick.
I do too. I honestly do too. I just didn't want it
This
to
is,
be a
like, part of the
distraction.
dream, clearly.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Well, I wasn't always quite so honest with you. So it's not just that my dad doesn't notice me. It's more than that. It's not just about trying to, do all this for him. I had a brother. He died in a bandit attack a bunch of years ago. It's no big deal, like he just wasn't, he was young. But the thing is that like he was the only boy, and that's why my dad just never got over it. So I kind of take it to heart when people call me a boy. I think that that's good because then maybe he will too, you know? I don't know. All I can hear every time I think about him and every time I think about doing all this is his last words that he ever said when we were following the funeral, that he said, "My blessed son, you're gone and all I've got is Bardrick." And I hear him whisper that to my brother's coffin sometimes, and it's not cool. It's not cool. You don't do that. You don't do that shit to your kid. So,
Well, I can tell you from personal experience that trying to live up to your father's expectations or anybody's expectations is a very, very steep mountain to climb. And what I've discovered is that you put that mountain before you. All you have to do is tear it down. You don't have to climb that mountain unless you truly want to, or you truly think you deserve such hardship. Some mountains are harder to tear down than others, and mine is as well. And I'm trying, stone by stone, to tear down the mountain of what I think I should be and the difference of what I want to be.
yeah, I remember you telling me that you saw them. You saw your folks. They acknowledged you, though. I'm lucky that people think of me as a curiosity. Sometimes it's easier for you because you're so big. But it's like if I shrink any smaller, then no one will see me at all. That's all. You know? So, you know, if you could maybe just, if you ever see my dad, if we ever come across him, just, you know, tell him how big I am.
Bardrick,
Yeah.
I tell you this with full honesty and full truth. You're one of the biggest people I've ever met.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Dad.
Now, go back to
Never-
sleep.
Right.
It's still an hour before morning.
Okay, and then I curl up into a little ball again and try to shut my eyes.
Nice. Yeah. So the night passes. Dawn comes early with rosy fingers. Everybody's feeling rested. Kellen and Bardrick have inspiration. Make sure you mark that on your character
Let
sheet.
me just write that down right there. Boop.
Great.
Is that on the core
Oh,
page?
that was so touching, guys.
Yeah, it should be on the center page.
You guys can ask any questions if you want.
I think
My heart
Kellen
questions
played the
whether or
role
not
for
it's
that.
true.
Yeah. All right, so you head along the road today on your horses. So you move fairly quickly along the road. So let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Kellen, roll 1d100.
Okie dokie.
Uh-huh. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, okay.
I
So
love how after that moment, how many people in the chat are like, "Oh shit, now Kellen's gonna die, isn't he?"
yep, that's what's gonna happen.
Just calling for the dead. Like now he's gotta die. He's you know, just to make Bardrick's story that much better.
Let's see. Yeah, after a few hours of traveling, the afternoon goes quickly, very overcast. Suddenly, a wind whips up across the hills, blowing down from the mountains. It's very cold, bitingly cold here in the October air. And swiftly, a sharp, sleeting rain starts cutting down. You can try to you can try to push yourselves on and push through it and make your full travel day today. Or you could try to like hunker down, pull out some tents, find some shelter and rest until tomorrow.
Well, what do you think, Kellen? You're the expert. Is this?
My contention is, of course we want to do this with haste, but we're under no constraints to do this within a certain amount of days. So I think the safer route, we hunker down, wait this out, and travel as safely as possible. No reason. I see no reason to push ourselves.
I agree.
It's just a bit of rain, Kellen.
Just a bit of rain. I've seen, but just a bit of rain causes the mightiest rivers.
Wise words, Kellen. I think this weather is too dreadful to travel in.
See, nice. I knew he would agree with me. He's getting his nice things all wet.
It's true. They're all
I casually licked the rain off of my arm.
Nice. All right, you guys take a rest for the day and hunker down, ride out the storm.
And I kind of pulled Donald aside and said, I can't really take credit for that. My mother told me that. I'm not really that wise.
Oh, and I simply do not want to get my fine clothes wet.
Understandable.
All right.
What was that?
Nothing. Is the order for watches the same tonight?
Yeah, while we're hunkering down, this would be an appropriate time for my flashback, I guess.
Totally.
Okay.
First of all, everybody mark down one ration. Remove one ration from yourselves. And then let's see what's your flashback like.
Remind me, this trip was expected to be, 10 days by foot, so 5 days by horse?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay. I would have brought that amount then. Great. All right. You start hearing... So as we get into Donald explaining his kind of background through the rain, you can start imagining like a light harp playing in the background. The picture is Donald in a nice, relaxed, noble-looking house, sitting on a comfortable chair. There are bookshelves around. A servant makes his way around every so often. It is under that background that Donald is just spending his time reading a book. And this is a younger Donald, and there's a teacher watching over him, being like, Donald, you have to Eric, you have to be looking at this very carefully. Make sure that your studies are appropriate. You can see him like kind of sneak through, though, a little bit early to go outside and make sure to fence a bit.
Got it. So there's like a little time left in the hourglass, and he leaves early.
Exactly.
Very nice. Does anybody have a question for Donald regarding this vision that we're seeing of him? Frecky, it's the perfect time for you to ask one.
So you got a different name. I don't know what to say other than that.
Sure.
Not all of us are who we say we are. Most of us are, though, myself included. What is this different name you speak of?
Oh, did I say Eric? I meant Donald. I'm sorry, I told the story incorrectly.
Are we asking these questions in character?
These are actually they could be in character, but also out of character to not to Donald, but to Trump. For more exposition.
Okay, sorry, that was weird. Donald to Trump. Okay.
My eyes go black, and I pounce on him, and I pin his shoulders down to the ground, and I get really close to his face with mine. And I say,
My,
Oh,
my,
yeah?
Frecky. I didn't realize we had that kind of relationship yet. Oh,
you know, it's
going to say
common
something.
courtesy to tell someone their name first.
Oh, my name is Donald Bartholomew. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Their
But you
real
knew that
name.
already. It is Donald. A simple slip of the tongue.
I stand up and I brush myself off.
Sounds reasonable. All right, good. Donald and Frecky, both of you can mark inspiration.
We can keep asking him questions, though, right? You just don't get more than one person getting the inspiration.
And also, these scenes are supposed to be fairly short, so you know I think we've seen what we can get out of this particular one. But of course, Donald will remember what he has shown us so far, and he can expand upon previous scenes in subsequent scenes.
Funny enough, that's actually kind of well. One part of that is similar to mine. One part.
Okay. Yes. So the order of watches is the same. Yes. So first Bardrick, second Donald, third Frecky, fourth Kellen.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Okay. The night passes uneventfully for Bardrick, Donald, and Frecky. Kellen, I need you to make a perception test.
Oh God. That's
I'm good at these.
11?
Sort of.
Well, not so bad. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
You bet I can. I'd love to.
Not bad. Okay. Yeah. Kellen, as you sit there and the rain pours down and it starts abating, where are you located? Have you guys set up camp underneath some sort of rock slab or something? Or
Yeah, it's something. If there's a natural outcropping that we can protect us against, like the wind and the
Yeah, sure. So
that kind of stuff.
You find one in the plains to set your cloaks up against and cover yourselves a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Nice. You see off in the wilderness, away from the rock, you see a ring of mushrooms grow up out of the grass suddenly, almost immediately. And they spread, and the heads of these mushrooms are bright white, and they glow in the dawn, in the gray light of morning. And as the rest of your party sleeps soundly, you see fairies all appear within this fairy circle, and they are all dancing. There's probably 12 of them by your estimate. They're dancing around, and their dancing is almost hypnotic. They're sort of moving in circles, and you become aware that your eyelids are getting very, very heavy. And they're probably 60 feet away from you.
it sounds like Don't Starve mandrakes.
Don't starve mandrakes. I haven't seen mandrakes.
They knock you out if you like try to eat them, and they dance in the night.
Nice.
Let's see here. Let's see.
I mean, this doesn't really sound bad. It's just some mushrooms.
No, I know. I'm just trying. I have the there it is. The primeval awareness. Oh, I got it. Oh, that expends a spell slot. Oh, by the way, is this foresty area or
No, plains.
plainsy? Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. So I'm like nodding off, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. I immediately get on my feet to try and stave off this stuff. And now, how far away is it?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So hold on. There are mushroom fairies dancing in a circle.
Yes, 60 feet away from you.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to grab, well, at least try to, I'll keep my eye on it. And I'm just going to kind of nudge Frecky, like with my foot and keep doing it harder and harder until she actually gets up or opens her eyes.
So Frecky, you feel this nudging, but of course Frecky is always very reluctant to wake up.
Right.
And you see one of the fairies fly towards you, and it sticks right in front of your face. And it's a strange human-looking figure, but its proportions are all wrong. It's all long limbs, and it's like this pinched, angry-looking face. And it holds up its hand and it goes, poof, and it blows a cloud of smoke out of its hand. You inhale deeply, and you pass out.
No! Fuck me! I was gonna ask if I could do a nature check to see what it was.
Well, give me a nature check, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
What happens?
Never mind.
Nope, you've no idea.
Never seen this shit in my life.
All right. The four of you wake up in the morning, all feeling very groggy. No, all of you. The four of you. Oh no,
I mean, when he was nudging me.
He just started nudging you.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought I would wake up by the end of it. Okay, it's okay. If you don't want me to wake up, it's fine. No, it's cool.
The fairy got to him too fast. He wasn't able to complete the sequence of required actions to awaken Frecky.
Maybe this is a joke in poor taste, but it's like, if I wake up, like, I got attacked by the Cosby fairies.
Ooh. Yeah. So
I thought it was funny.
That's gonna make the rest of this terrible.
Oh God, no.
I think when you're attacking Cosby, it's okay. I find it funny.
Please gotta give the guy who do the pudding in the face. Sorry.
You all wake up and you're all incredibly groggy, and you feel more tired when you wake up than just about anything else. It's stopped raining, and you're all naked.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
Shit.
Oh, you're cloaked on Alb.
Yeah, no, the cloak is gone. You're all naked.
Wow. Do we know whether or not it's a man or woman yet?
Yeah, Frecky, are you super embarrassed about this?
No, of course not.
Okay. I mean, tiefling gender is hard to identify anyway, so we may still not know.
Are you an innie or an outie?
I don't think.
Well, okay. Here's immediately what. I'm sorry. Are we all awake?
Yes.
Okay. Immediately when I see what's going on, that we're all naked, I run to my saddlebags and grab my fancy clothes and put those on.
Nice. Yeah, you run to your saddlebags, you grab your fancy clothes.
Hand me something, man. Don't just leave me hanging.
You notice over next to your horses a large pile of neatly folded clothes.
Guys. So I noticed them before I grab my fancy clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm holding like my hands in front of my nudity. And
yes.
Guys, I'm rifling through the clothes. Are these my clothes? My clothes in here?
Yes, you find your clothes. Now, you like go grabbing through them to pull your clothes out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something falls out on the ground.
What is it?
It's like an infant-sized root that's all twisted and gnarled, and it has a little gross, wrinkly face on it.
It's a mandrake.
I pick it up and look at it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like holding myself, and then I walk over and look too. And what's that?
Yeah.
I'm licking my lips suggestively at everyone.
Nice. You're holding this thing, and it moves slightly, just sort of like slowly moving, very, very slowly, almost like in slow motion.
Can I nature check this?
Oh yeah, totally.
I wanna investigate this shit too. Can I nature?
Well, I'm gonna give I'm going to give Kellen advantage as a result of your help, and so he gets a 21.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you've heard stories about fairies leaving baby-like creatures with other people, and generally, if the person in question cares for the child, then something good happens. And generally, if they don't care for the child, then something bad happens. That's what you know from your knowledge of nature. But this entity, this creature, this root child, you don't know what it is. You've never seen it before or heard anything about this specific kind of thing before.
Hold on. So we have a baby, but we didn't get the fun part. What the fuck is that about?
Or did we?
Frecky, would you like this?
No, don't give it to her.
What?
She's licking her lips at everything that moves. If this is a baby.
What? What?
It
She?
needs
No,
to be
I
taken
am.
care
I am
of.
not. I
Give
am
it to
not.
me. Just give it to me.
Okay. You can, as long as I don't have it, you can have it.
Okay. And then I take the little baby root weird hobgoblin thing, and
Yeah.
I put my clothes on, and then I wrap the little root baby thing in like a bit of like my jacket or something.
Okay, nice. All right. Yeah, you guys all pick up your clothes. Your clothes are all super clean, very nicely folded. They've been pressed. They smell like flowers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet. Like never happens.
I get to the clothes before Donald, and as I put my clothes on, I also put his cloak on me.
Okay. Donald, you can see this.
And of
You
course,
know-
I check around to see if any valuables are missing or anything is missing.
No, you check all of your things, all of your gold, all of your items. You're not missing anything.
Oh, thank
Hey,
goodness.
does anybody know what root babies eat? Because I'm not sure what to feed this root baby. See, this is
Water?
another reason why we need Juliet here, because she knew all about the weird babies. This was a thing that would happen to her. And then she
Bardrick.
was the help.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how to type with advantage, so I'm just going to click the button.
Yep. So you got an 18, which is enough to tell you that you think that a baby like this would probably be nourished by some sort of sap or something like that.
All right. I can do
Generally, like caring for young children is like in the absence of a wet nurse is usually accomplished by taking a rag and soaking it in either milk or, in this case, maybe sap, and then sticking it in the child's mouth.
I can do that. I can sap things.
Okay, great.
Is it just a
we're on the
face?
plains. Oh, we're on the plains. Oh, crap. We gotta find some trees, yo. We
There are
gotta get some-
trees spotting the plains every once in a while. As you go, you can like tap into one of them and try to get some sap.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, great. So the day continues. Let's see.
As long as it doesn't
That
look like
cloak looks
blood.
nice on you, Frecky. Though I will require it back when we get back to Veriskelly.
Of course.
I'll loan it
We'll
to
make
you.
it back safely.
Kellen, today's travel passes uneventfully. Do you want to spend your last travel action in order to hunt for food?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So nobody has to mark down any rations today. Okay, so let's see about overnight. The night passes uneventfully. The next day, Kellen, it's the time to choose your new method of travel. Are you going to stick with survival?
Can I have a flashback during that night?
Well, all of you have advantage. So it's all of you have inspiration. So it's actually
Okay.
more valuable to save your flashback until the next time when people don't have it. So it's up to you.
Oh, wait.
All right, cool. So Kellen, stealth, athletics, or survival?
Survival.
Okay, cool. Give us a roll.
Okay.
10. So you gain another 2 travel actions. That's 2
Damn,
for
dude.
the next 3 days. Cool. Okay, so the next day passes uneventfully, and you enter into a forest, and the road curves down south through it. That night, that night also passes uneventfully. Your next series of watches offer you no problems. Okay. You're making good time here. But it's time for another break. So you're probably like 2 or 3 days out from Chayminster at this point. When we come back for our 3rd hour of Roleplay West Marches, we will find out what happens when you get to town. So don't go anywhere. We'll come back in about 5 minutes and we'll play more West Marches.